वैसे तो टैगलाइन देख के पता लग ही गया, लाइक आफ्टर लॉट ऑफ ट्रैवल्स इन गुवाहाटी वी आर इन काजीरंगा एंड ज़्यादा बातें नहीं, लेट्स मीट समवन टुडे.
Hi, hello everyone. Hello Vin.
Hello sir. Thank you so much for giving me this time, and especially in being from the busy schedule.
No, nothing like that. We got some time now. So I thought Sweta gave introduction over to you. So I thought let's meet you and give some information about Kaziranga.
I want to thank Sweta ma'am also, like for giving this thing. So Mira, there's just one thing I want to ask. Like, you are born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, and now posted in Assam, total different place, different culture, and holding a lot of stuffs here. How you are managing?
No, if you see a culture, there is some similarities. So basically, if you see South Indians, they are also rice eaters.
Yeah.
Assam's absolutely rice
Staple
eaters.
food, yeah.
They can eat 3 times a rice also.
Yeah.
Also, if you see culture based, also both are little quiet.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of similarities. Only thing is I'm finding difficulty is the language.
Okay.
So probably in 5-6 months I'll be able to catch up that one also. So I'm feeling home only in Assam.
Okay. So, we were talking just behind the camera a few times back. You said कि जो दिखाई देता है एक officers की sorted उतना नहीं होता. Like you always to be into the jungles and see a lot of stuffs. How will you say that? Like जो लोगों के दिमाग में कभी-कभी रहता है ना, bureaucrats है यार, a lot of glamours behind it, but there's hard work behind it.
No, absolutely, it's not the same here.
Yeah.
See, Kaziranga to the biggest advantage is you are into the jungle. You will have that peace.
Yeah.
At the same time, there is a huge poaching pressure.
Yeah.
So my DFO sir used to say that sometimes you feel that you are so much into work, you are compromising your personal life. But moment you think that you wanted to go out, the Kaziranga will not allow you. Kaziranga is like black hole.
Yeah.
You will put so much of energy, so much of compromises, but still you love Kaziranga. So I'm absolutely in love with Kaziranga National Park.
So there's no way like to go, like अभी घर की याद आती
I
ही
don't
नहीं.
want to go back because see, this is a place you get satisfaction. You work for the wildlife and see the benefits right in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
You see the justice happen. So this is the place where you put hard work, you compromise your personal life, at the same time get this satisfaction. So this job satisfaction is something which is keep foresters moving.
So ज़्यादा बातें इधर नहीं करेंगे. We will be going somewhere. If you can
Definitely
say
we'll
where
go
we're
to the
going.
park.
Yeah.
You will see the
Let's see.
Kaziranga.
Yeah. Sir, first of all, thank you to bring me to this beautiful place. I think a lot of people crave, stay inside a jungle, and you all have this opportunity to stay inside the jungle. So, how is life inside a jungle?
Inside the jungle, life is peaceful.
Yeah.
It's real wild, and many times it becomes serious. It's extremely risky. For the reason, in last 3 months, Kaziranga, we have lost 4 staffs. 3 people were killed by rhino during their patrolling.
Yeah.
So they have a designated route. So within their jurisdiction, they have to do night patrolling.
Yeah.
So during their duty, they were killed by rhinos. So that's a life.
Yeah.
So it's not always peaceful as it is shown. It's peaceful, it's wild, it's extremely risky.
Yeah.
So my people, we in Kaziranga Tiger Reserve, if you include all the 3 divisions, we have 220 camps inside the park. Just to monitor the protection activity, all other activities. So almost 1,000 people are staying inside the park all 365 days. They take leave, but they have to stay inside the park. So there won't be any network. You won't have that luxury to get whatever to eat. So they can't roam around. So this is their life. It's extremely risky. Also, when you do duty, it is not that you have, though you have gun, you have every equipment, still people won't have that, that feeling to shoot the animal whenever it is charging. Though they have gun, they'll not shoot animals. So we have trained them. In case of any emergency, you can
Then
shoot.
only you can,
No, even then they are not shooting. That's the point.
Oh.
No, few of my staffs are 30 years old in Kaziranga. in Kaziranga National Park alone, not just in Forest Department, in Kaziranga alone.
Yeah.
So they understand animals better than human beings. So they sometimes they used to say they can even communicate with the animal. So they used to give sound, animals will move.
So you mean to say that understanding the language that a jungle has per se.
Jungle have a completely different language.
Yeah.
Between different animals, the language is different,
Yeah.
which is not known to human. That's good thing. Moment you crack the language of animal, then again it will become dangerous. But it's good thing that we don't crack it. But few of my
Why dangerous, like cracking the language?
if you understand the communication between two animals, then you will interpret.
Oh.
We want wilderness.
Yeah.
We should not touch the animal behavior. So objective of forest officer is not just to protect the wild animal, but also to protect the wilderness in the animal. So that's more important than protecting an animal.
Definitely. Like we all have seen that Kaziranga flood. I will ask you, like as you said, like during that time, I was a bit shocked that animal can climb the mountains. So how it happens during the flood?
So the place we are standing now,
Yeah.
we used to take speedboat and come here. Now you have come in gypsy.
Yeah.
Now we have to take a speedboat. The point is, so there is a Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra is like ocean only. In Assam, they call it as ocean only. It's ocean only. I've seen Brahmaputra during flood. During flood, so this Kaziranga is a flood plain.
Yeah.
So during flood, the entire Kaziranga will be underwater. So mostly rhinos, elephants and all, they used to cross this highland or the highway to go to Karbi. That's Karbi.
Yeah.
So this is Brahmaputra, this is Kaziranga and this is Karbi Anglong. So
that mountain.
that the entire stretch is Karbi Anglong. So animals from Kaziranga, they used to go to highland, natural highland, because there's a flood. So there is a prejudice against rhino that's a huge fat animal. They cannot move. They cannot. Rhinos can run at 55 km per hour.
My goodness.
They can climb this mountain with so much steep also.
Yeah.
They're the excellent swimmers. They're excellent runners. They're excellent climbers also.
So like we see the beauty of a jungle, you know, like any places, but I think there are a lot of challenges you all need to face behind this.
Challenges are actually many, not just this patrolling one.
Okay.
Number one is you have to deal with criminals,
Yeah.
and they are not just criminal with guns, poachers. And poaching pressure in Kaziranga is all throughout the year. It's not that seasonal.
Yeah.
This season there will be poaching pressure. It's all throughout the year.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
So that will take most of your energy. So you are always on patrolling mode.
Yeah.
So protection, when it comes to wildlife divisions like Kaziranga, primary duty is to protect. So that protection you can't compromise for anything. So half of your work is on that. Secondly, unlike tiger, unlike elephant, rhinos, they charge humans.
Yeah.
So it's your duty.
They are aggressive.
Very aggressive.
Yeah.
And the fighting distance of rhino is very less.
Okay.
So moment it sees an animal, external object, they'll try to attack. So my staffs, they used to go for night patrolling.
Yeah.
For example, I'll tell you this one.
It's okay.
In last 3 months, Kaziranga have lost 4 people. 4 of our staffs was killed. 3 were killed by rhinos. 1 in an accident. So that's a challenge here. So this is 2. Number 3 is you go inside the park. There is no network. Absolutely, there is no network. Sometimes even wireless won't work. You go inside the park. Sometimes there is a flood. Sometimes your vehicle.
What's flood? I didn't get it.
Flood.
Oh, flood. Okay.
Your vehicle will get stuck. So there is no escape. So you have.
You were just stuck in between.
Many times. Many times my vehicle was attacked by rhino. But
I want to ask that experience.
Initially that was like freaking panicked. I was very much panicked. But now I got used to it.
Yeah.
I know, okay, rhino will come. In case the distance is less, they'll come and attack and it'll go.
Yeah.
So moment you see a rhino, you have to stop.
Yeah.
You should not honk. You should not try to overspeed it. You just stop. In case the fighting distance is little large, they'll just move away. Otherwise, if it gets panic, it'll come and attack. It'll go. So you see any vehicle in Kaziranga National Park, there will be a dent, which means that this got attacked.
Yeah. So, but this question always craves in my mind. Like, you were born and brought up in Tamil Nadu and posted this thing. Cultural diversity is a different thing, but I want to ask that what homework you did before get accustomed in a jungle.
Simple. Keep your eye and ear open. Your eyes and ears should be always open. I learned so much from my driver.
Okay.
From my PSO.
Yeah.
So they used to teach me what is Kaziranga, because my driver is 25 years old in Kaziranga National Park alone.
Yeah.
It's not just forest department. He was in one district, came to Kaziranga. He was 25 years old in Kaziranga alone. So he knows Kaziranga National Park more than anyone else. So I was very much happy to get such a people as my driver. So they taught me what is a Kaziranga. They taught me Assamese also. Every day my driver used to teach, sir, you learn these 3 words today. My PSO used to teach 2-3 words. This way only I picked up the language a little bit.
Okay.
And most of your field knowledge will only come from field. You sit in an office, you'll never learn anything.
Yeah.
You have to go to a field. I was also very hesitated because I don't know the language. People here, they only know Assamese.
Yeah.
Many people don't know Hindi also.
Yeah.
So I came with my foresters. So they used to translate. You go to field, you do patrolling with the field staffs, and the amount of knowledge that they store, they have, amazing.
Yeah.
You will learn Kaziranga only with the field staffs. So I always enjoy to go to field, interact with the field staff. So they'll go for field foot patrolling. I'll also go with them. So only thing is I'll take one more people for translation.
But like you all need to face a lot of animals rescue. But what I understand, staying here for like around 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever we say, that animals naturally don't want somebody else trespassing. But when you see an animal is got harmed in any way, how is the process of rescuing? Because he might feel you might get another harm.
That's a challenge. So I'll tell you one experience, my real experience. Last month, August. So usually this rescue happens during a flood time.
Okay.
During flood time, many animals used to go in different directions. Sometimes they go into a human habitation. Challenge is, you have to save that animal. You have to save the human beings also. So if tiger, last August, I don't remember the date, one tiger went into Bandadubi area. There's a habitation. One tiger went into a old house. His name is Pradeep something.
Okay.
So now he knows that there is a tiger in his house.
Oh.
So good thing is, people here, they love Kaziranga. That's something amazing.
Amazing.
Everywhere people love the park nearby, but the love that local people have for Kaziranga is unparalleled. They just love it. They just own it. That's very good thing for Kaziranga. So he knows that there is a tiger inside the park. He vacated the entire house to give heaven for tiger. He alerted us. We went there. We rescued it. So objective here is to save the animal, obviously, also to save humans from the animal. So during these times we used to rescue it, and for that rescue is not a easy task. We need to have an experts. So rescuing itself is a difficult task. It's a specialized task, and we need vets with proper skill to dart the animal. So darting an deer is different, darting a rhino is different, darting a tiger is different. So we need specialized vet with a team. We went there, we rescued it. Then we rehabilitated, we treated it in our own center. We have a center called CWRC. So that's a world class, I would say. You can't see such wildlife rehabilitation center anywhere in this country. I can promise that one. So we treated that tiger there. We rehabilitated for 2-3 days because we have to monitor the behavior, whether it's normal or not. Because once you rescue an animal, you have to study the behavior of an animal before you release it into the wild. Because sometimes what happens, you rescue an animal, because of the shock, they'll lose their wilderness or the ability to hunt inside the park. So before you release it back, you observe the animal for 2-3 days. Then if you feel, this animal is safe, wild, then we'll release it. So one of the reason why I stayed in wildlife division or decided to stick in Indian Forest Services is that incident. That incident happened in August. So I led a team which rescued the tiger, treated it, rehabilitated it, and successfully released into the wild. That was an amazing experience. Very much satisfied.
And what would be your thought? Like, I know that you all are trained for any sort of emergency that can be happen. But in jungles or in the nature, there's nothing can be trained. Anything can happen at any point of time. So how do you look into it? Have you ever faced those things?
Experience only. So when I came to Kaziranga, my first posting is Kaziranga National Park. My DFO told you take your own temporary because once you enter into Kaziranga Lake, there's no going back. So I took some 4-5 days time. Then I became part of Kaziranga.
Properly studied.
properly studied from outside perspective.
Yeah.
Then my field director and DFO gave me an assignment.
Okay.
You have to camp inside the forest for 10 days.
Yeah.
So, like any other forest guard, I camped inside the forest. It's not that you have a vehicle, you will come and go back, not like that.
Yeah.
Properly, you stayed inside the jungle
Forest.
for 10 days. So, during that 10 days, I learned, okay, this is the life of Kaziranga.
Huh.
See, life, survival, ability to survive will come when you face a challenge. You were inside the park for 10 days, and that too during a flood time.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot of things from my forest guards only. I stayed in a camp called Hulalput.
Okay.
So there were 4 guards there.
Yeah.
So I used to roam with them only for food patrolling, how to come back, for a simple thing. So they taught me this one. Very, very, very essential survival trick. Whenever rhino tries to attack you, you have to see a nearby tree and you have to climb 2 meters. Rhino cannot attack. That's the simplest
In
thing.
the like up.
So you see a rhino.
Huh.
If rhino tries to attack you, you just go to a tree and climb.
Yeah.
Rhino, unlike South African rhino, Indian rhino used to bite.
Oh.
So they cannot take their head more than 1 meter.
Okay.
So you go to a tree, climb 2 meters, you are safe. This is the first survival trick I learned from my staffs.
So
And you must know driving, you must know how to drive, you must know swimming. Or without all these things, you can't survive in Kaziranga. Because myself and my PSO, my team, we were going for an inspection during a flood time. We were crossing a small nala,
Okay.
small stream,
Yeah.
very ferocious one.
Yeah.
We tried to cross it in a country boat. The boat toppled. I know swimming, I survived.
Yeah.
My PSO also knows swimming, but he's not a good swimmer.
Yeah.
He had a,
Life jacket.
this one also, no, gun.
Gun. Okay.
So he was struggling to survive. So we jumped in, we got him. So that was one lesson I learned. As a forester, you should know swimming. That's very important.
There's one thing like I think there might be people, those who are watching, don't know bureaucracy and like forest department much, like the basic idea. Yeah. So for their point of view, I would ask you, like, some people might think, okay, IFS officer is just sitting in a room and working out. But what I understand while talking to you, that you said today evening I'm going inside the jungle and I will be staying there for, even when I used to have awards in phone, you said I was 21 days I was in the jungle, life inside it. So it's really like you need to stay inside the jungle.
There is a misconception actually. It's not that IFS officers stay inside the office. No, our guards face the bullet. They are British times.
Yeah.
It's not like that. So, for example, my field director, Mr. Siv Kumar, he's 2000 batch. He's IG rank. He's CCF.
Yeah.
He goes to field every day. My DFO sir, we just met him.
Yeah.
He went inside the park yesterday morning. He is just returning back. So he'll again go to the forest tonight along with me.
So there's nothing in sitting in the four walls.
Nothing. Those days are gone.
went. Yeah.
That field staffs will face the bullet. You stay safe inside the office. Those are gone. That's not the truth.
Okay.
In fact, we spend more time in jungle than
Any other?
any other. Because that's a need also. Moment you stay in a office, your field staff won't be motivated to work.
Yeah.
So they need to see your face. Only then they'll also feel happy because they are some 10-15 kilometers inside the jungle. Nobody is there to go. No outside is allowed. So even their family cannot go there. So only family that they can see is the officers. So if you are not visiting your camp staffs, they'll be demotivated. So at least to motivate them, we have to go inside the park. We have to go to different camps. Just show your face. They'll feel that okay.
Homely feeling.
Homely feeling will be there.
So as you said, like जब हम लोग आ रहे थे गाड़ी में, like you were said कि this is the only park where buffalo, rhino, and everybody stays in the same place. What that if you can just describe?
Animal aggregation.
Okay.
So you can see big animals. So Kaziranga is famous for big five:
Okay.
rhino,
Yeah.
elephant,
Yeah.
wild water buffalo, tiger, and swamp deer.
Yeah.
Tiger, leave tiger.
Yeah.
You can see other 4 big animal in one space, one place.
ठीक.
So rhino, wild water buffalo, elephant, they can coexist.
Yeah.
Deers also obviously can coexist. So this kind of animal aggregation you can see in very few places. So that's very famous in South African landscape.
Yeah.
In India, if you take, Kaziranga is the best place to see the animal aggregation. In Jim Corbett also you can see, but Jim Corbett they don't have this rhino. So they have elephant, they have buffalo also they have. But here you have 3-4 animals you can see in one place. So
While talking with you, I understand one thing. You have learned forest very beautifully. But I want to ask you how you're managing your personal life behind this professional.
Personal life, see, few postings you have to compromise your personal life.
Yeah.
Luckily, my first posting is that Kaziranga National Park. So mine was a love marriage. So she understands my
Oh my God.
profile. So my family is so much supportive for me.
Yeah.
So without their support, forest officers cannot survive. So particularly
Sacrifice plays a role in.
you have to sacrifice your personal life. Without sacrificing your personal life, you cannot work in a place like Kaziranga.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just remember something. I made a person. He's a world-class filmmaker. So there once he told like to be successful, you cannot be successful in your professional life and your personal life.
No,
Do you-
not like that. No. See, balancing professional and personal life is a skill.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult one. More than your profession, more than your personal life. Balancing this is the difficult one, and you can balance only when your spouse, your better half is understands you, understands your job. Luckily, my wife understands me.
So how do you get time for her like in this busy schedule?
For example, today, say at 3-4, I'll start my patrolling.
Okay.
I'll go inside the park.
In the evening.
Around 4 to 5, I'll start and I'll go inside the park. I'll visit different camps. So I'm planning to do patrolling in the Brahmaputra stretch today.
Okay.
I'll stay inside the
It's a
park.
different sort of ants I saw for the first time. Totally red.
No, it's jungle, normal only.
Is this an ant?
Ant only.
Okay.
So I'll stay inside the camp. Tomorrow morning I'll continue the patrolling. So afternoon for lunch I'll may go to home. Then I'll get 4-5 hours time. Or probably I'll stay in my quarter tomorrow evening. Then again the work starts.
Still a balance working.
So you can't have this 8 to 5 there will be office. After that there will be
that
evening
corporate
function.
mindset.
That is not there.
Yeah.
But that's interesting also. That's interesting also.
Are you all like from?
And one more thing, in forest we have something called as forest colony.
Okay.
My DFO sir, field director sir, my quarter, my colleague ACF quarter, everything is in same place. So there is a bigger family of Kaziranga. So they are all together. So even she cannot live alone because 4-5 families are there.
That bonding is there.
That bonding is always there. So my wife always goes to my field director's house.
Yeah.
So ma'am used to call her whenever she's alone. Arey, you don't need to cook for yourself.
Come
Only
to
one
her.
person, what will you do? You come here. So this is how it happens. So all my DFO sir, field director sir, even my ACFs, all the rangers, they're very supportive. That family bonding is there. So whenever you see police also, so they also have a family bonding.
Yeah.
Forest you'll see that family bonding. Army you will see a family bonding. So they are different tribe. Police is a tribe, forest is a tribe, army is a tribe. So that bonding is always there.
This was your childhood dream or like how you came into this profession?
I started UPSC to become an IPS.
Okay.
My grandfather was in police.
Okay.
My maternal uncle was also in police.
Come from a typical bureaucratic family.
In a police family. So I started this to become an IPS. So you know how this UPSC happens. There is a common prelims.
Yep.
For IFS there is a separate mains and interview. For other civil services there is separate mains and interview. I used to fill only IPS. Rest I'll put not preferred.
Too
in that one.
constricted. Yeah.
This one I gave IFS.
Yeah.
So I have only 2 preferences. In the same interview I got IFS. I went to both the interviews. I got IFS.
So you cracked in the first go?
No. This is my third attempt in forest. I have given 7 attempts in civils to become IPS. I went 5 times interview also.
Oh my God.
So I still had a doubt whether I should give one more attempt or not.
Oh really? You were going into that?
Then after coming to Kaziranga, after working here, I told that incident that
Yeah.
after rescuing a tiger and releasing it to the jungle successfully, seeing tiger disappearing into the jungle.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to protect people. Now I'm protecting rhino, elephant and tiger. Pretty much same.
So there's a happiness going in.
See, basically, police also, you get satisfaction because you'll see the justice served right in front of you. Right? Same thing, exactly the same to the jungle also. Point is, their voice less.
Yeah.
Here there is no voice for
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
So forest have to stand up to protect the animal. So that sense of satisfaction is there. So that made me to stick in forest service only.
So are you like happy or still like will try? Extremely happy.
Extremely
So there's no thought of giving for IPS right now.
No, I see. IPS is like my childhood dream.
Oh.
I still respect IPS.
Acha.
I still love police department. But after coming to forest, because many people don't know, don't have the awareness about forest department, the kind of work they do.
Yeah.
So only after coming to Kaziranga, I understand. Okay, this is forest department. This is the sacrifice they do.
Yeah.
So they are no less sacrifice than police
Police
department.
department. Yeah.
In fact, they work for voiceless.
Yeah.
You are working for people. Animal, they don't have voice only.
Yeah.
If you are not standing up, then the forest will destroy. So it's time to make people aware about the forest. So forest officers have to take a large role to make people aware about the wildlife, importance of wildlife. It is not that wildlife is different and humans are different. If there is no wildlife, it will lead to destruction only.
Yeah.
You have a forest, you see a forest. So there is something called a stop predator.
Okay.
If there is no tiger, deer population will increase. If the deer population increases drastically, what will happen? There will be no grassland. If there is no grassland, where will you store water?
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
balance.
water. There's no river. So we are all together into this ecosystem. So we should not disturb the balance. There is a balance. There is a balance always in the nature.
Yeah.
There is a view that this species, human beings, have disturbed this balance. To some extent, it's true.
Yeah.
We should revert back. We should always maintain this balance.
Do you feel like sometimes like we come and enjoy the jungle or enjoy the area, but sometimes they don't feel it?
See, there is a concept of ecotourism,
Okay.
but in my point of view, there is no ecotourism. Tourism will affect the park.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to restrict it. We have to regulate it.
Particular
Regulate
place.
it to a point that it is not disturbing the wild.
Yeah.
Wherever there is a human, there will be a carbon footprint. It will disturb the forest. It will disturb the wild animal. But if you don't allow people inside the park, they'll not get awareness also. So this balance is the role of forest department. You have to allow to an extent that the wild animals are not disturbed. At the same time, people are also educated about the wildlife, importance of wildlife. That's the objective.
Okay, we'll talk more about this. Let's see where sir is taking us in this.